Double Sports Talk Worldwide with news from the NBA. So y'all check this out. NBA legend, one of the baddest dudes ever, the Black Mamba baby, Kobe Bryant, is upset with ESPN for twisting his words. Kobe Bryant was making some comments about Lonzo Ball, which everybody is, and he was talking to somebody at ESPN, and the words got twisted. Right, well, Kobe Bryant had to come on Instagram or Twitter, one of them. I told you guys I don't follow that anyway, but came on one of them and had to put the whole conversation in there to make sure people understood what he was saying. And Kobe Bryant just saying, hey man, he's accusing them of sensationalism. Where it's just everybody's worried about clicks, views, followers, and all those things that we worry about nowadays, right? And he said, at the expense of people you're talking to, it's not a good look for ESPN. It's a legend. Kobe Bryant, like I said, his words were twisted. And, we know he's a lifer when it comes to those Lakers. And he was just making some normal comments about ball, basically trying to say about patience and everything. And it got twisted around. So, and he's not happy about it, right? To the point where he has to actively take action, actively do something about it and post to make sure people understand that that wasn't what he meant. Now, ESPN, I watch it a lot. Love me some ESPN, but I'm also aware that they're suspect, in my opinion. I've seen some things of late where I have my antenna up to where I don't like watch fights, or with the commentary from ESPN or HBO for that matter. But that's just the way it is. What I mean by that is like, for example, I'll give you an example where my antenna is up, went up and stays up. We have Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy. And they had some emails, racist emails going from the Ring magazine, which we consider to be the boxing Bible, and Golden Boy Promotions, right? Think about that. So, and in these emails, they were calling Al Heyman, PBC, the head of PBC, an advisor to many boxers. They were calling the N-word, openly, going back and forth. So when you have the boxing Bible and one of the biggest promotion companies going back and forth, and the president knowing of this, and he comes on your show, and you guys don't even ask him nothing about it. And I know you knew, so you didn't ask him nothing about it. So that's when I'm like, okay, guys, because if you'd have come on a show of mine, if I had one, no way. We would talk about that before the show comes. I'm going to ask you about this. We're not going to just ignore that because that was huge. But like I said, Golden Boy never had to address those emails. But I was disappointed in ESPN for not at least asking him about them, to make them say something about it. Didn't happen. Then I'm seeing, how Stephen A. Smith gets outraged when Pacquiao doesn't get that decision with Jeff Horn. Right? I'm like, I was outraged. Then recently, Stephen A. Smith is outraged that Guillermo Rigondeaux quits against Lomachenko, right? Quits. The round 6 didn't come out. He thought his hand was broke. It was severely bruised, but it wasn't broke. But Stephen A. Smith is outraged by that, right? And I'm thinking, while you're outraged about that, you're supposed to be someone in the know, right? You know things. So you're outraged about him quitting in round 6. I just give people an example. Vitaly Klitschko, the baddest Klitschko, the meanest Klitschko, he was winning against Chris Bird in round 12. Chris Bird, right? Guy come up from middleweight, no punching power for the heavyweights. And he was winning by a landslide. Vitaly Klitschko didn't come out for round 12 because his shoulder was messed up, right? Now, you don't think a big 6'7" dude can't jab little 6'1" Chris Bird for a round? But he didn't come out. So these kind of things happen. But when Stephen A. Smith is outraged by that, and you know things about Guillermo Rigondeaux, I'm thinking, okay, well you're venting, you're outraged, right? So vent about this. Why does he have to fight a guy 2 weight classes higher? Why they didn't meet at 126? Should be outraged. He gets 400,000. Lomachenko gets 1.2 million. You ain't outraged by that? You're not outraged by the fact that even though the guy fought at 130, that his 122-pound title will be taken from him by the WBA. That was an opportunity to tell you, wait a minute, this is unprecedented. If someone fights 2 divisions higher, his division, his belt would never be taken away from him. But this is a conscious effort to get him out of boxing, right? Look at Mikey Garcia. He's going to go up to fight Sergey Lipinets soon. They're not going to take his title at 135. They're going to just let him fight at 140 because that's something awesome. And so somebody goes up 2 weight divisions and his belt is taken. He's a champion who's been avoided. Speaking of that, why are we not outraged by 4 or 5 fighters that openly ducked him? I like to use the word avoided. Openly avoided him. Openly avoided him. Guillermo Rigondeaux, Leo Santa Cruz, Abner Morris, Nonito Donaire for a rematch, Lee Selby, Carl Frampton. All those guys make more money than Guillermo Rigondeaux. So if you're on TV talking about outrage by him stopping the fight and quitting against Lomachenko, then just add this outrage with it so people can at least know these things. Because some people don't know. Some people just saw 2 people fight and thought the dude quit. Man, why am I watching this dude? He quit. I thought he was supposed to be good. Probably didn't even know he went up 2 weight divisions. Probably didn't know he didn't get that much money. Probably didn't know all these people avoided him. Probably didn't know he was way older than the guy. So those are the things that make me just, oh, ESPN. It's like they're on a very short leash here of what they're supposed to be outraged by. And Kobe Bryant, one of the baddest dudes ever with basketball, you don't want to twist his words. And I am glad he's calling them out about it so people can just put your antenna up a little bit when it comes to ESPN right about now. Let's see how these boys are going to act in the future because they've been acting up. And if anything else goes down, I'll holler. Kobe, 81 points in 1 game, 62 points 3 weeks prior to that 81 points in 3 quarters, which would have been another 80. That would have been 2 games with 80 points. I still say it today. I just have to mention that when I mention Kobe. Double Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.